Hey there, welcome to my soft skills session on how to prepare a good looking resume. A resume is important because it speaks a lot about you, and you know that it's a documentary record of your contact details, your education details, your employment history, and significant achievements or accomplishments, if any, everything in a nutshell. So, what makes it to look a great resume? So your resume should consist of your complete name and contact information. Ensure the contact information you provide is the most updated ones so that it's easier for the recruiters to connect with you. The objective has to describe about what type of job you want and also the skills that would make you the best candidate for the job. Example, you can say my objective is to contribute to the success and growth of a professional organization by effectively utilizing my creative and knowledge related skills, which will prove mutually beneficial to both of us. Similarly, when it comes to education, start off mentioning from your most highest education qualification and drill down to the basic education details. Similarly, the work experience. However, you need to ensure that you talk about the company in which you worked and what was the job title that you held in your previous company and what were your roles and responsibilities, and do not forget to mention about any significant achievements if you have achieved. It could be anything related to your technical knowledge that would qualify you for the position for which you are applying for an interview today. Look at the cartoon here. The manager upfront tells the interviewee that we are impressed with your resume and we are more interested in meeting the person who wrote it. That means he has clearly identified that you are not the person who has written this resume and it's a copy paste resume. It should not happen to any of us. So whatever we write in the resume, please ensure we represent that in the interview, or we are capable of representing it in the interview. Tips for writing a good looking resume. First, write down the details that you want to include in your resume. Select a particular format, which we are going to discuss in the next slide. Keep it simple, straightforward. Do not lie about any kind of things, because in most of the companies, they would do a background verification check and you should not face any bad circumstances by mentioning something wrong about your profile. Sometimes resumes are filtered by keywords, so ensure you use the right keywords in your resume and don't land up in a situation like this. In the previous slide, we discussed that don't copy paste someone else's resume and land in trouble. And in this particular resume, you can see the interviewer is telling to the interviewee, your resume looks great. However, I would limit it from 17,000 pages to 3 from now on. So he's giving an advice. So please ensure, if you are an experienced person, do mention about any gaps in your educational career so that the interview can try to understand how you were occupied at that point of time. So always try to avoid fancy fonts and colors and ensure you review, revise, edit if required, and submit the most appropriate document to the interviewer and print it on one side of the sheet and limit to one page. Use an A4 size paper and don't do printing on both the pages. It will make it very messy. So this is an example of how a resume should look like. Here you can see the name and contact information is provided. You have an objective here, which is specifying about how you can contribute to the organization, provided you are given an opportunity. And here you are talking about your education details in specific, and you are mentioning the year of pass out, and starting with your highest qualification, you are drilling down to the basic education details. And you are also mentioning about your skills and your area of interest, which will help the interviewer to decide whether you fit into the role or not. And you are also mentioning about your basic experience in case you had any work experience and what kind of roles and responsibilities you were handling in your previous company. And you are also specifying about different languages that you are aware of, and this is very important. The reason being, In case if they are hiring for a vernacular position where there are multiple languages that you are required to know, then it will be easier for shortlisting your profile. And do provide references of your placement officers or maybe some professional associates, your supervisors, your peers, so that they can conduct a reference check and try to understand whether they are hiring the right candidate for the job. After selection, there are multiple instances where recruiters have rejected people when they couldn't clear the reference check or a BGV, that is a background verification. So I'm sure you don't want to land up on all these things, so ensure whatever you're communicating in the resume has to be genuine, to the point, short, crisp, and you need to cover everything in a nutshell. I hope this session helps you to prepare a fantastic resume, and wish you good luck in your interview trials. Have a nice day.